Colorado's Ubaldo Jimenez brought upper 90s heat last night and rolled up a season-high 10 strikeouts. And the Rockies won for the 7th time in their last 9 games. Ian Stewart has the hot glove at the hot corner, taking away at least 2 hits, including 1 from Kuzmanov. The Padres have their ace on the hill tonight. Kevin Correa has allowed 3 or fewer earned runs in 14 of his 18 starts this season.
It is a beautiful Saturday night at Petco Park in San Diego, and it's Game 3 of a 4-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Great to have you in the broadcast booth with us, Mark Neely and Mark Grant. You know, we got spoiled, especially the first couple months, with the power output of Adrian Gonzalez. It's been a home run drought. When are we going to see those home runs again?
And I think Adrian may be pressing. I don't care if you're a 10-year veteran or a rookie and you have a drought when you're known for the home run. I think Adrian's maybe putting a little pressure on himself. We've seen him go the opposite way, really not connect to a pitch to get that home run, warning track power. But he's played in every game, and it seems like when Padres first baseman hits a home run, they do pretty well, because when they don't, Padres' record since his last home run, 5-16, and his last home run was against the Seattle Mariners back when they were playing the M's. So right now, you know, the bat might be dragging a little bit, but everybody presses. He's just got to fight through it.
So what's gotten into the Rockies? I'll tell you what's gotten into them. Very good pitching.
Fun to watch also,
yes.
Especially last night. Ubaldo Jimenez, 25 years old. And there's a trend there, folks, because you look at April and May, the record, the ERA. Look at the runs. June and July, the opponent's batting average. I see youngsters that throw hard, above average secondary pitches, and quite frankly, I know it sounds cliche, but I think these young kids are learning to trust their stuff. They're getting their feet wet at the big league level, 2nd or 3rd year in the big leagues, and they're saying, you know what, I've got good stuff. I'm going to challenge these guys, and I think that's why you see these numbers.
And I've responded very well to Jim Tracy. The pitching matchup for tonight, Jason Hamill going for the Rockies. He was acquired late in the spring from the Tampa Bay Rays. Hamill has had his issues, quite frankly, at Coors Field, but away from Denver, he has been money with the 2nd-best road ERA in the major leagues. Now, Kevin Correa has received a decision in each of his last 10 starts, 5 wins, 5 losses in that span, and Correa beat his old Giants teammates in his last start. It is Game 3 of a 4-game series between the Rockies and Padres, and the first pitch from Petco Park is straight ahead. tonight, game 3 of the 4-game series between the Padres and Rockies. As the Padres take the field. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for Jim Tracy's Colorado Rockies tonight. Rookie Dexter Fowler leading off. Then Barmes, Helton, Hop, Tulowitzki comes in with an 8-game streak. Atkins getting the start at third. Then Smith, Torrealba, and the pitcher Hamill. We are ready to go with Fowler standing in. And the first pitch of the night is a fastball strike from the starting pitcher, Kevin Correa.
Oh, an early start at 7:04. And Kevin Correa, after losing 2 games, the team that is, after the All-Star break, it's time for the closer to step up on that bump and put a stop to it. He's been very consistent after tweaking his delivery a little bit and adding a pitch. So it's win night for the Padres and Kevin Correa.
Yeah, stopper can have a double meaning in baseball, right?
Absolutely.
It has a connotation in the closer's role, but also a stopper can be a starter to stop a losing skid.
And the one guy that comes to mind, I'm going back in time here, but one of my favorite pitchers of all time, Steve Carlton. Remember, he had that phenomenal year when the Phillies lost over 100 games, and he won like a third of their games. He won like 25, 26 games.
He was their stopper.
And every time lefty was on the hill, it was win day.
.359 on base percentage for Fowler, is facing Correa to begin this game.
And with Jake on the DL and CY on his way back, Kevin Correa is the #1 guy in that rotation right now to take that role.
Start number 19 for Correa. He was over 100 innings pitched. The only Padre over 100 innings pitched, 104 to be exact. Just missed inside to Fowler, and it's a full count.
You cannot be afraid to throw that fastball in there, and that's an aggressive approach of trying to bury that four-seamer on the inside part of the plate. Good pitch selection. Just missed.
And a walk to Fowler begins the game. Padres defense tonight has blanks in left with Venable in right, and in between it's Tony Gwynn in center field. Most of his starts have been in center. Rockies second baseman Clint Barmes has 2 hits in this series, and they have both been home runs.
Remember in San Francisco before the All-Star break, Tony Gwynn was checking his notes that is given to the outfielders on positioning for each hitter. You know, do I shade the right center field gap? Do I go to the right, left center field gap? It's a little refresher course when you're out there.
Slightly shading Barmes to go the other way. And sharing a smile with Everett and Edgar, the middle infielders.
Wondering if one of his teammates maybe wrote a little note on there to make him chuckle a little bit.
Dozen homers for Barmes. Fowler aboard to begin the game, and a breaking ball is low.
See Kevin spin off on that last pitch on the breaking ball. And you know what? I'll bet you dime to donuts that next time he throws that breaking ball, he'll try to concentrate and stay more direct towards home plate. He spun off that last pitch, and that's one of the things that he's tried to correct.
And he nearly airmailed first base there. Adrian had to leap for that throw. Fowler even leaning a little bit. He's going to get back. And Correa with another throw. A bit off the mark, but Adrian there to collect it. Fowler takes off.
And fouled away by Barmas. Looked like the hit and run was on there for Jim Tracy.
Hey, with the way things are going right now for the Rocks, everybody's contributing one way, shape, or form. Why not put the runners in motion? Just take a look at third base coach Rich Dower. I remember Rich Dower with the O's, Baltimore Orioles.
A lot of time with the Orioles. 21 steals for Fowler, fourth most in the National League. 2-2, a slug deep left center field. Long run, Tony still on the move. And to the edge of the warning track and onto the track to haul it in. Fowler back to first. There's the first out of the game. And one of those instances, a ball hit to that deep gap in left center field. Fowler had to make a decision. Because it's hit so far, he could have tagged. But there's also a chance this was going to be an extra base hit.
Absolutely. And did you remember where Tony was set up? Remember he was checking his note card. He was shading on the second base side of second base, right?
Which increased his run.
Exactly. So Barmas trying to go the left center field gap. Who says you don't need some speed in the outfield, huh?
Especially a big outfield like here. Another high throw from Correa over to first base. There goes Fowler. The pitch down low, the throw to second, and no chance. Fowler with his 22nd steal. Alfonso made it pretty close. He didn't have a great pitch.
He had to pick a pitch out of the dirt. Not the best jump, but see, Fowler doesn't need the great jump because of his speed. There's the pick across his body and then the throw. Everett tries, you know, that was closer than it looked.
Great. Fowler's foot bounced off the base. But he got the hand on. Another example, holding the tag on guys who steal second, I think, is not done enough. They come off the base more than you realize.
Good point. Yeah, it should be like Velcro. You catch that baseball, your glove stays on that run.
Apply it, keep it on there.
Until the umpire calls time or the runner requests time.
.499 career doubles for Todd Helton. He has 3 in this series. And besides the doubles, overall 5 for 9 in the series for Helton. Cabrera coming in behind Fowler. Former Rocky minor leaguer Everett Cabrera. Slowly to the right side, and Edgar playing second base tonight. Fowler over to third, 2 down.
Well, let's check out the Carl's Jr. pitch track. How did Correa go after Helton? That was the stolen base. He yanked that pitch and then it bounces right back to even the count. So you can see his pattern. In, out, in, out. And Todd Helton, who likes to go to right field, or left field rather, he tries to hook that ball. So that really wasn't the Todd Helton swing that we were really used to.
He kind of rolled over on it, hit it softly. Brad Hopp, left center field. And this is trouble. Off the fence. Quick carom throw in, but it's a double for Brad Hopp. It scores Fowler, and it's 1-0.
I'll be quite honest with you. When that ball was hit, I didn't think it was going to go that far.
It carried all the way to the Bud Light sign.
That was off the wall.
So the laser.
Down and in. I thought the ball was maybe going to, you know, hit on the track and bounce over for a ground rule double, but that ball hits off the wall.
Brad Hopp, his numbers against the Padres this year, 14 for 25 with the bat. Hitting well over 500, in fact, about 600 against San Diego, and he wasted no time jumping on the first pitch at RBI double. 8-game hitting streak for Troy Tulowitzki.
Troy Tulowitzki's either talking to Kazoo on his shoulder or talking to the umpire or something. He was
talking to Greg Gibson.
Yeah.
Who responded back, the plate umpire.
Maybe was it regarding that first pitch?
That would be my initial guess. Off Fonzie to his right, and over to third goes Hop. A wild pitch. Well, the leadoff walk to Fowler hurt, and now Hop 90 feet away.
That looked like either a short breaking ball or a slider that Kevin Correa just couldn't find the handle or couldn't find the grip on. Maybe early on some pitchers have difficulty with that release point on that breaking ball. As you take a look at Henry Blanco, who's probably itching to get back out there.
Henry on that laundry list of Padres on the disabled list, including the other catcher, Nick Hundley. One-two to Tulowitzki.
Nice.
Got him looking. First strikeout for Correa, but the Rockies get a run on one hit, the Hop RBI double. And the Padres are coming up. One nothing Colorado, and Everett Cabrera leads off for San Diego. First pitch down low from Jason Hamill. 26 consecutive start for Everett Cabrera since he came off the disabled list on June 19th. Fastball is inside, 2 balls and a strike.
And that ball into the glove of Torrealba just brings up a point. These Rockies, they're guys in their rotation. They've got throwers. They throw hard.
Yeah, that ball popped into the glove and it echoed around the ballpark. Hamill acquired late in spring training. In fact, just before the regular season began, from Tampa Bay. The Rays had an extra starter out there. Rockies acquired him. Visor night. Got the visors. Now got to text friends that they have the visors. Or take pictures.
Looks like they're taking pictures. Wow.
Rivera fans. Here's the San Diego lineup tonight. Everett leading the top of the order. Then Gwynn, Adrian batting third. Cruz is in the cleanup spot. Will Venable comes in with a 4-game hitting streak. Blanks getting the start in left with Alfonso catching. Edgar at second and Correa the pitcher batting ninth. Home, he's been not good. On the road, he's been great. Jason Hamill.
Yeah, and his repertoire, fastball, four-seamer, two-seamer, mostly a four-seamer. And I talked about that ball popping into the glove of the catcher, Torrealba. 91-95. And like Jimenez last night, Hamill also has a power curveball, a hard 12-6 curveball. That's probably his best secondary pitch, that one. And then a pitch that he's really refined lately is his changeup. You see a pattern here? I mean,
yes.
Jimenez threw a nice changeup, breaking ball. Hamill the same way. Look at that hammer. That's
right back to it.
That's a good pitch.
Well, Hamill at home has an ERA of 7.62 at Coors Field. On the road, 1.97, which is the second best road ERA for any pitcher in the big leagues.
You know, I think a lot of that might, obviously the numbers don't lie, but when a pitcher has numbers like that, I think some of it sometimes is a mindset. Pitching in Colorado, you have a power curveball. It doesn't have a tendency to break as it would at sea level. And I'm sure, you know, pitching coach Bob Apodaca, who's great with his young pitchers, tells them, you know what? You got to have confidence in that pitch no matter where you pitch. And another point I wanted to make, he missed with a curveball early to this hitter.
Came right back with it.
Came right back with it for a strike. How many guys would bounce a curveball early and say, oh, I'm not going to throw that one again?
And at home, he may not have thrown that pitch the
Right.
second straight
Right.
time. Now, he's faced the Padres a couple of times this year, both times at Coors Field. And the Padres have scored 10 earned runs off of him in 6+ innings. But again, all that was in Denver. He's facing the Padres on the road for the Rockies for the first time.
This is one of the situations we were talking about in the pregame show about strikeouts. This is where Tony's got to hit the ball, try to hit the ball on the line or on the ground to give himself a chance.
And Hamill has back-to-back strikeouts to begin this game.
Talked to Tony Gwynn Sr. in the booth before the game, and he himself said Junior struck out 3 times last night, and he kind of told us he had a little chat with him because Tony was here for batting practice today. He said, you know what? And this is Tony talking, Tony Sr. You can't do that. You can't strike out 3 times. I mean, that's, you know, Dad talking to his son there. So he had a little talk from Pops. It's always good to see Tony. He visited with us for about a half hour up here tonight.
Wave and a miss by Adrian for strike one. Adrian in the series 0 for 5. He has 4 walks.
There's my old skipper, Jim Lefevre. Phoenix Giants, Phoenix Firebirds.
Two outs, nobody on in the San Diego first. And that is low. The shift is on the infield. A check swing, a ball outside. Got the third baseman Atkins basically playing short. And 3 defenders on the right side. There they are. Fifth walk of the series given to Adrian Gonzalez.
And there seems to be a pattern here. Don't you think?
It's been going on for a while. So there's a 2-out base runner for Kevin Kuzminoff. Riding inside, nearly got him, ball one. Dozen homers for Kuz on the year and nearing 50 RBIs at 48 on the year. Sharply up the middle. Now the second is Gonzalez, and it's 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, he got the 4-seam fastball, maybe a 2-seamer, but flattened out a little bit and middle in and down a little bit. That seems to be the plane of Kevin Kuzminov's swing, as he squared that one up nicely right at the center of the diamond. See what I mean by that? That plane?
Right, and where he makes contact. 2 on, 2 outs here is Will Venable, the right fielder.
Oh.
Did that hit him? What's the call? Asked for an appeal to see if he swung at the ball, so it's a hit by pitch. Plate umpire Greg Gibson went down to third base umpire Andy Fletcher to see if Venable swung at the ball, and then ruled that the hit by pitch would stand as the primary call, so the bases will be loaded. Jim Tracy wanted the explanation from Greg Gibson.
You know, I thought Greg Gibson was all over it. I mean,
I thought so too.
He was quickly on it. Well, let's take a look. First of all, it's a breaking ball. Hits him in the back shin. Okay, so if it hits him, watch the back shin. Oh, he definitely went, so the Padres catch a break. So ball hits him, it's dead ball. But Greg Gibson saying, okay, they want to appeal. Did he go? Third base umpire Andy Fletcher says, no, he did not go. Okay, hit batsman.
And that's the call that counts.
And that's the ruling. And quite frankly, the
third base umpire is,
I think the Padres caught a break because William did swing.
Certainly looked that way from the side. And you're also able to tell, and that's a good illustration, that you can be hit by pitch on the bounce.
Oh, absolutely. Correct.
Many people think it's only on direct contact, but that bounce did hit him in the shin. So they're loaded for Kyle Blanks, and it's quickly 2 balls, no strikes. Kyle playing in his 20th big league game. And Hamill struck out the first 2. And a walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. A 2-0 to Blanks. Inside, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk from Hamill forces in the tying run. Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach of the Rockies, makes a first inning visit. Fourth RBI for Blanks, by the way.
I don't think any of those pitches were even that close.
None. Especially the 3-0. That was high to Kyle Blanks, who's a big guy. Rockies defense tonight brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. Smith, Fowler, and Hop in the outfield. Atkins getting the start at third base tonight. And across from him, it's Todd Helton. 3 gold gloves for Todd Helton. And what a nice year the veteran is having.
He has saved so many errors for his infielders. He's a good one.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Eliezer Alfonso. Strike 1 on the inner half.
Well, a tough night in the big leagues the other night for Eliezer. Remember the night where they left 14 runners on base. Eliezer left 8.
They came up with the bases loaded twice and 2 men aboard one time. 0-2 here. He's up with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. That was on Thursday night in the first game of this series. Padres stranded 14.
It's one of those situations where you would like to see him drive the ball, an extra base hit, driving at least a couple runs. That's an electric hammer.
Good breaking ball.
I don't know if Home Depot sells an electric hammer, but I don't know if there's such a thing as an electric hammer, but this kid's got one. Just like Ubaldo Jimenez. I just thought of a commercial. That's a great idea, isn't it?
Nice creativity. Film it. Rockies PR department. Top that breaking ball. Still 0-2.
You picture, Rockies fans walking into like a Home Depot, right? And they go to the guy. Yeah, do you have any electric hammers? Yeah, sure we do. Kid comes out in his uniform and just starts snapping them off in the hall, in the wall, in
the power hammer,
the aisle.
Breaking off the curveball.
I'll take 2 of those. And the pitch total is going up in the ratio almost at 50%.
And he struck out the first 2 hitters of the inning. He has Alfonso at 0-2. Time is asked for at home plate.
7:31.
Gotcha. 71 degrees. Going to start throwing in the temperature if you're going to have the time there. Looks like you went around. And he's going to tag him, and that's going to be the strikeout. Alfonso could have run there, but did not. Padres get one back and tie the game.
As we play the Brewers at 7:05 and get a free Padres t-shirt. Plus, enjoy the 6th annual Fiesta con los Padres with a post-game concert and pre-game Fiesta Village.
Yeah, the free Padres t-shirts and 6th annual Fiesta con los Padres presented by Welk Resorts. And stay for the post-game Park at the Park concert. How about this guy who got a foul ball into his beverage?
I see a marketing idea.
You're full of them tonight. Your brain's working overtime.
That's funny.
6, 7, and 8 up for the Rockies in the second. Garrett Atkins takes down low from Correa. Atkins has been used only as a pinch hitter previously in this series. Lee and Stewart getting the start at third each of the first 2 games. The appeal denied by first base umpire Ted Barrett. High fly left field. Blanks. Pulls up. Now a few steps back into his left and is able to corral it.
Well, let's go back to last half inning with the Carl's Jr. pitch track. Remember the visit from Bob Apodaca? Well, the bases are loaded and Alfonso's up at the plate. He was missing big time with Kyle Blanks. When you look at the pitch track, yeah, a couple are down the middle, but look at the breaking ball. You talk about making an adjustment and eventually putting him away with that electric hammer in the dirt, and a great job by Torrealba to keep that ball in front of him. That's how Hamill went after Alfonso after the visit from his pitching coach.
One away in the Rockies' second for left fielder Seth Smith. Everybody's on the same page now, and here comes the first pitch to Seth Smith. Down and away for ball 1. 5th consecutive start for Seth Smith. He sports an average over 300 and on base 411. And has become one of the top late game hitters in baseball. On the 7th inning on, an average well over 400. Slugs one to left center field. And Blanks about in the same vicinity that Atkins sent one the batter prior. And 2 gone. Brings up the Rockies catcher, Rudy Torrealba. First start of the series for Torrealba. This is a guy who missed some time last month due to an unfortunate situation. His son and brother-in-law were kidnapped back in his home country of Venezuela.
Unbelievable.
And obviously family matters the top priority. Major League Baseball got involved. Unfortunately, his son and brother-in-law were released after a few days. Bounced out to Edgar Gonzalez, and Correa has a 3-up, 3-down top half of the second. It'll be Edgar, Correa, and Cabrera coming up for the Padres.
sections.
Enjoy 2-for-1 prices on tickets and Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs on Wednesday, July 22nd. It's a live game with Padres 2-for-1 getaway days presented by Southwest Airlines. The man taking in big league ball game tonight. And make sure you make note of the Wednesday game. It may say, it probably does say, night game on your pocket schedule. That was switched to a day game. 12:35 on Wednesday against the Marlins. To accommodate the teams getting out of town so the Padres can make up the game in Philadelphia the next night. And Edgar releases one into right center field.
Nice to see Edgar getting into the act there and leading off here in the second inning. At least try to get that run back as we're tied at 1. Well, we've got a guest in the booth, and we're going to go back in time. Yeah, he was the cover boy for about 4 or 5 periodicals during his great year, striking out, what was that, Ozzie Smith, and then is that Lenny Randle?
Lenny Randle.
Randy Jones, the old left-hander.
Guys, how you doing?
By the way,
Correa gets the bunt down. He's tagged by Helton. Night sack bunt of the year for Correa, and Gonzalez down to second.
you're the best.
I love it.
You brought us food, and
I had to bring you some barbecue.
What's with the Randy Jones visors?
Well, the Riley hats, the Ian Poulter hats, and I had to get you one, Mud. I know you love hats.
I look good with hair,
He
don't
looks
I?
marvelous, doesn't he? Huh?
That's a throwback. I feel like I'm back
Oh,
in
you
the
look
80s.
good, son. Yeah, I call this my rally hat. We need a win. I haven't got one the second half, so here we are.
Really?
And I knew that'll make a difference. That'll make an impact when
Really?
you wear that.
I like it.
I knew you would.
Put some Zubas on him and drop about 15 pounds, and it's 1984.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
40 pounds, and it's 1984.
That's cruel, but I like it. Good job. He's adapted well, hasn't he?
You
Yes.
brought us some grub, and we appreciate that.
Oh, I had to, guys. I wanted to say hello and keep the faith. And got the second half of the season coming up. And let's watch some of these kids, see how they progress. And, you know, Mud, you remember when you broke in? I remember when I broke in, and that's that dream. And a lot of these young kids right now getting that opportunity to live that dream.
We've talked about that
Oh,
quite a bit,
so
Randy,
many
when
times.
opportunities knock in. And
Take advantage of it.
not only for, obviously, the Padre brass, but you know what? You know this. There are scouts in the stands,
You bet.
and word travels quickly. And this kid has been fun to watch, Everett Cabrera. It's just a shame that he got hurt early in the year.
It's true. But, you know, a lot of electricity in some of these kids, and they're just trying to find their way. And let's find out who makes it and who doesn't. And it's going to be a good, fun second half. I don't care what anybody says. Let's go out and compete. They're not going to give up, so let's watch them play.
Cabrera bounces it right side, charged by Barmis, who's got to hurry, and he does get him by a step and a half. And over to third goes Edgar, 2 down.
Now, you played on a lot of teams. As we take a look at the barbecue, that is muy bueno.
There you go.
You know, you played on a lot of teams that struggled.
Oh, yeah. My
And-
first 2 years, we were 16-102.
Yeah, and you know, I think a personality like yours goes a long way when the team is struggling. To keep
Well, you do. I mean, it's got to be fun. I mean, this game's been fun all our lives, and don't lose sight of that. I know I did when I lost 22 and 74, but that's how you learn. I mean, you learn from your failures and your mistakes, and you either get better or you go by the wayside. And these kids are going to be the same way. You either improve yourself and learn, you know, or they're going to find somebody else.
You make a good point, because there's a lot of guys who play 10, 15 years in the big leagues. You look back at their career and they struggle there, and it's made them a better player
You bet.
along the way.
And Mike Schmidt, if I remember correctly, didn't hit 200, barely hit 200 his first year.
What do you think about some of these Padres young arms? Like, we're going to see Matt Latos tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I am too.
I am. I want to see the young man, and you know, like I say, it's enjoyable in the scouting report on him and what he does. But I want to see him go out there and make it happen. You know, and that's what this young man wants to do. And I'm looking forward. They're so young.
Gosh,
Mud.
look at him. He is straight midnight cowboy,
He's
John Voight.
He is. He's a pup. Man.
Everybody talking at you, don't know what to say. 2 balls and a strike on Tony. What's going through his mind right now, knowing that his Major League debut is less than 24 hours away? Making the jump straight from Double-A. 2-1 pitch. Foul back.
And started in Fort Wayne at the start of the year. He was a low A ball. Now he finds himself making a big league start.
Correct me if
That's
I'm wrong.
pretty electric.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and chances are I probably am. Did you go from Double-A to the big leagues?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It never looked back.
No, I mean, I was down in the Texas League, Louisiana.
Like Jake.
Yeah, exactly.
Double A big leagues.
And it was so hot, I won 8 of my first 9 starts. He said, get me out of here. I want to go to San Diego. And that's what I did. Get me out of here.
Yeah, the Texas League can be a bit warm. On the ground right side. And Helton takes it himself and wins the race to the bag. To retire the side. Edgar stranded at third.
Thanks, left-hander.
Guys, all good to see you. Enjoy the barbecue.
How's your personality?
I'm outstanding. You know.
Scenic shot there. We come back inside Petco Park. The pitcher Jason Hamill leading off, and he takes a strike from Correa. .125 average on the season, 160 for his big league career. Sharply hit, but Adrian takes it himself, 3 unassisted. Let's look at the standings presented by Firestone, a tradition of innovation. This is the National League West since May 29th. And the Rockies and the Padres basically have done the inverse of each other since that date. And the Rockies have been the best team in the division since May 29th.
And what does it boil down to? What did we talk about in the pregame show regarding the Rockies? They're pitching. We hear it every year, year in and year out. If you've got great pitching in that short span that we talked about, chances are, that's when you don't have to score 6-7 runs a game.
Right, and the only change for the Rockies was right at the top. Jim Tracy, who was on the staff and then elevated to manager with the departure of Clint Hurdle. Their low water mark was 12 games under 500 at 20-32.
Ooh, pretty good pitch.
Just off that outside corner, 1-2. Tough one to take on 0-2, but Fowler does.
Maybe off a little bit.
Fowler walked, stole a base, and scored in the first.
That block by Fonzie just reminded me of something. I was in the dugout before the game talking to Bud Black. And let's take a look at that curve ball. Nice, right in the chest protector out in front with 2 strikes. Ted Simmons and Jose Lobaton. Lobaton was in full gear down the right field line by the camera all down there.
Bounced out to Cabrera. Has to hurry with Fowler's speed. It's close, but Fowler is retired. 2 down.
Oh, look at him. He's a good boy.
He's got his visor on.
That's his working dog. Nice. He's a good boy.
Working dogs always welcome here at Petco Park.
Absolutely. But Ted Simmons was throwing balls in the dirt, and Lobaton was working on blocking the baseballs. Ball in the dirt.
Well, Buddy was talking before the game. It looks like Lobaton's probably going to get the start tomorrow with Leto's pitching.
Because he's familiar with his stuff.
Correct.
Caught him in Double-A.
Lobaton and Letos would be the battery for the day game tomorrow.
There's the 8-time All-Star.
What an underrated guy, Teddy Simmons.
You know what? The more and more I get to know Ted, and
what a good guy.
Just a wealth of knowledge. You could see by talking to him. I mean, very smart guy, too. I mean, book smart.
Oh, no doubt. Who has a great appreciation for the finer things in life, classical music, art.
Yep.
Things you would not know just in a very superfluous conversation, but very sophisticated man.
Well, what a great guy to have as your backstop if you're a young pitcher. Oh, and he can hit a little bit, too.
From both sides of the plate. Towards the mound, Correa. Getting Barbas. Yeah, that's 7 in a row retired by Kevin Correa. And Adrian leads off when we return. Adrian leading off the bottom of the third. How's your barbecue?
Oh, some kind of that. Isn't it good?
Delicious.
Hey, that's Barb Cook. Barbie's a great gal. Padre fan through and through.
2 balls, no strikes. Adrian walked and scored in the first. Well outside, 3-0. The shift on with 3 defenders on the right side. The third baseman, however, Atkins, not, well, as I say that, he is starting to back up a bit more. Here's a look at that defense. Right down central.
You mentioned the infield. Seth Smith knows the strength of Adrian Gonzalez deep in left field. He's maybe 15 feet or so from the warning track.
And it's coming in his direction. Deep left center field, and Seth Smith makes the catch up against the fence.
Playing deep, getting a little extra start on that line drive off the bat of Adrian. Had a coach in the minor leagues by the name of Salty Parker, going old school. He always used to say, put a little extra on it. Well, Seth Smith was playing a little extra farther back in the outfield and snags that liner.
Cruz fouls it away right side. Hammett in the first inning. Single to center. Now 6 hits in his last 15 at bats. One game here in the third. Each team scoring in the first. RBI double from Hop. Bases loaded walk to blanks for the Padres. Cruz batting in the cleanup spot, as he has in every game in this series. The pigtails.
That's the best. Summertime ball game.
1-2 on Kuzminov. Hamill's 93-mile-per-hour fastball is outside. Got the breaking ball on the inside corner and gets Kuz looking. Fourth strikeout for Jason Hamill.
Oh, the 12-6er on the inside corner, you bet. Great pitch.
Bases are empty for Will Venable. Fouled straight back. Good numbers in his last 4 during the hitting streak. Raised the average to 235. Oh, 2.
The one thing that really sticks out in the 2 games so far, Jimenez going deep into the game last night, and now Hamill. Let's see if you agree with me here, partner, but those 2 guys that I mentioned, Jimenez and Hamill, their secondary pitches are outstanding.
I'll tell you what I'm noticing with Hamill, and it's been a while since we've seen him pitch, and that was at Coors Field. Working more quickly, it just seems much more aggressive and confidence in that second pitch, the curveball.
Yep.
55 pitches for Hamill through 2 2/3 innings.
Hey, when a pitcher is pitching well, you want to get going, right? He gets that ball, he gets right up on that rubber again. He wants the sign. Let's go get him. He's kind of motioning with his arm there. I'm guessing that he's telling himself, kind of drop my arm angle a little bit on that one. Need to stay up on top of that changeup a little bit better.
Two outs, nobody on in the Padres' third. Venable backs out. Mentioned how Hamill has the second best road ERA in the major leagues.
Wow.
And that breaking ball is working for him tonight. He gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, both on the breaking ball looking. Hey, who was the home plate umpire for the George Brett Pine Tar game at Yankee Stadium? Mull on that one for a while. The answer for you just a bit later. Trying to think of the year on that one, and it's 1980.
I want to say 80 or 81, wouldn't it?
It was early 80s.
Yeah.
We'll verify that. Here's 1-0 to Todd Helton.
That's a strike. But anyway, you were saying?
Well, I was about to say, visualizing the video of George Brett storming out of the dugout at Yankee Stadium is about as angry as you will ever see a baseball player on the field.
I would have to agree with you.
Three 3-0 to Todd Helton, leading off the fourth. There's a strike. Oh, a lot of cute youngsters here at the yard tonight.
Darling. You know, I miss that age. I mean, not me. You know, I can't remember. Gosh, I wish it was back in 1964. What a great year that was. I remember that year. Obviously, I'm talking about my own kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah. You've acted like a one-year-old before. That's foul back. 3-2 on Helton. Miss that age.
I think that's the real first horse laugh that I've heard from you, Neely, this year.
Well, the horse is out of the barn now. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Hey.
And he walked him. Time for the Subway $5 footlong fan poll and your chance to win Subway's big night at the ballpark and monthly Subway footlong feast. Text Subway to 269-411 now for your chance to win. Tonight's question: should the Padres bring back the canary yellow, the mission brown uniforms? A, yes. Bino. And a Mud had phone in hand. I know he would be texting A right now because you're a big fan.
Yeah, I like this color combination with the touch, just a touch of the orange, maybe like a thin border, like in '84. They had that panel. Right. They had that panel. I like the brown hat with the yellow panel.
Mm-hmm. Just a touch of orange.
Yeah, just a touch of orange, like around the SD. That's just one man.
So that would be the only update, so to speak, of the vintage uniform.
And I love, and you know me, I'm a big fan of the white spikes too.
Brad Hopp, an RBI double in the first. Hopp against the Padres this year, 14 for 25. And a good rip at the 2-0 pitch, 2-1 now.
Brad Hopp with the coil.
It's a good way to call that batting stance.
Okay, 2-0, right? He had his free swing. Then we talked about the strikeouts for the most strikeouts in the month of July. Okay, now, you know, the count is really now in his favor at 3-1. He's got a chance to take a rip at a good pitch.
Dangerous pitch coming right here. And what makes it more dangerous is the dangerous hitter at the plate. And what he has done this year against the Padres. He takes high ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks to begin the fourth. Well, we've been talking about uniforms. Let's flash back unis through the years. Gaylord Perry.
That's the one I like.
Steve Garvey from '84. And
oh, look at that tired UPS outfit.
Yeah, Ricky. Number 19, Belton 1. Now Jake, the current one.
Did you see that one I was wearing?
I did.
I mean, you give me a clipboard under one arm and a cardboard box under the other one, and I'm delivering packages.
Oh, yeah?
Look at, yeah. Can you sign right here to get your box? Okay, I got other deliveries to make.
Kind of the King of Queens look?
Yeah.
That's you delivering packages?
Okay, that's enough. You can take it off.
All right, you can put it back up. No, I'm kidding. Hey, 2-on, nobody out here for Tulowitzki. He clubs it to right center field and racing over, caught by Venable. I'll tell you what, off the bat, that looked like bad news, and Venable got a good break and raced over to make the catch, and the runners hold up.
You bet. Big out because now the runner stayed first and second. You have the double play in order. Tulowitzki going after a high pitch. Remember we talked about the stance? Well, you know, I think if he, and I'm just guessing here, if he had his old stance last year, he offers it that pitch, I'm guessing it's a pop-up.
That's what I would say.
It gives him a better chance to get on top of that baseball. He hit it well on the line.
He really got on top of that one. He did very well the other way. Checking out his lumber.
Here's the toe tap, and he's more upright. You can see he gets a little bit of, you know, he gets on top of that ball a little bit rather than underneath it for the easy pop-up. He's going with the racing stripes. That's straight 1980s, isn't it? It's like Duran Duran.
From the
Hungry Like the Wolf
Hungry Like
video.
the Wolf video,
Yeah.
that's it.
Little Simon LeBon working. I'm a big fan of his. I like the way he plays.
Hard-nosed.
Yes, he is.
Blocked by Alfonso.
Throw him out.
Throw to third. Helton out at third base.
I think from his vantage point, Todd Helton may have thought, you know, that ball was farther away from Torrealba. Throw on the other side of the bag, and Kuz has to make that snap tag. It's a big out.
So no caught stealing as he tried to advance the pitch in the dirt. And Hop at second, bounced to third. And Kuzmanov throwing out Atkins, and it was 2-on, nobody out. And Correa gets out of it. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Still Blanks, Alfonso, and Edgar coming up in the San Diego fourth inning. A first pitch strike from Jason Hamill. Bases loaded, 4-pitch walk to Blanks in the first. That's why it is a 1-1 game. And now a 1-1 count. Foul down the right field side. Blanks now with 4 runs batted in, playing in his 20th game. 1-2. Bounced up there. Jason Hamill is retired 6 in a row.
Well, see, this is a situation where the hitters are thinking, okay, what do I look for, fastball or curveball? Because he can throw both for strikes.
And the fastball is high. See what he had done to the last 2 hitters of the third, Kuz and Venable. I would have been sitting curveball there, and that's not what he obviously threw. Goes to it and hits him. Well, Blanks hit by pitch. Let's answer the Aflac trivia question for tonight. Who was the home plate umpire for the George Brett Pinetar game, which was, by the way, in 1983? And the answer, Tim McClellan. Let's take you back. June 24th, 83. Brett had a 2-run homer, put the Royals ahead. But according to Tim McClellan, he violated Rule 110B and called Brett out at the Pinetar, and that is one angry baseball player. And Tim McClellan is the second base umpire here tonight. And of course, it eventually was overruled. They finished that game, months later, and the Royals did win the game.
I believe Rich Gossage was on the mound when Brett hit that home run.
He was indeed. And the Yankees obviously were very disappointed by the ruling of that. When that game was finished a few months later at Yankee Stadium, they were beaten. Here's the delivery. Bounce towards third, foul. And the Yankees did something unusual to finish that game, and I'm trying to recall what that was now. They did something to kind of protest the protest.
I lost you there. The protest went in the Yankees' favor.
It went into the Royals' favor. Because it was overruled.
You're talking later. I thought you meant at that particular time. Probably Billy Martin was up to something.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Like they played pitchers in the outfield
I hear what you're saying.
To finish the game.
Yes. Okay.
Did something unusual like that. You know, Tim McClellan was a rookie umpire that year in 1983. That was his first year in the big leagues. Tim McClellan was also the home plate umpire at Yankee Stadium for what other really significant event? 1998. He was the home plate umpire for David Wells' perfect game.
Wow.
There's a strikeout of Alfonso for the first down. 27 plus years in the big leagues for Tim McClellan.
You know, Tim McClellan was also the home plate umpire of the Transformer blowout game at Qualcomm Stadium.
Oh, was it really?
Because I was working the dugout that game, and after all was said and done, we interviewed Tim after the fact. He was kind enough to come outside our dugout. We sat down, had a little chat about it. The Transformer game.
You know, they don't list heights for umpires. There is an umpire media guide, folks, believe it or not, that Major League Baseball puts out. But Tim McClellan's got to be, what, 6'5", 6'6"?
He's a big man.
Yeah.
I had a chance to meet Tim and spend a little time with him in Chicago one night. Shocker. And great guy. Funny. Dry sense of humor.
Blanks is at first, 1 out. 0-1 count on Edgar. He singled his first time up. Run away and snagged by Torrealba. Edgar's base hit was the right center in the second. Quick visit for Torrealba and Hamill. Well, maybe not so quick. So we'll continue on the mound, and Tulowitzki will join in. Hey, the Transformer game. Sparks a flying, then some flames. Bob Brindley.
There's Timmy. Got a mustache back then.
Did you guys immediately dub that the Transformer game, or was that something you
I
kind
don't know
of
who
put on it
dubbed
later?
it that, but I think that's what it's come down to.
They've got him off at first.
Oh my!
And Blanks thrown out, trying to get back by Torrealba. Well, Edgar shortened up and missed it.
Trying to bunt for a base hit. And then Kyle Blanks left out to dry, not even close. That hurts.
And now it's 2 outs, nobody on, and a 1-2 to Edgar, and he golfs it up the middle for a base hit. Edgar's 2 for 2.
I was kind of surprised trying to bunt for a base hit, number 8 spot. You got the pitcher coming up 9th.
Still trying to figure that one out myself, the strategy behind it.
I mean, the base hit is great, but Kyle Blanks was erased.
Correa with a sac bunt his first time, and will, with 2 outs, swing away here.
I mean, maybe, and I'm trying to think both ways here. I'm thinking, okay, I bunt for a base hit, I get on, it's first and second. Correa comes up, bunts him over, but then, you know, there's 2 outs. You know, maybe you can try have the pitcher swing away, butcher boy. You know, that's what makes baseball such a great sport. You get 5 people in a room talking, you get 5 different ideas on what, you know,
where to go with it. Correa swung the bat pretty well this year. 5 for 25. Went to shallow left field, and Seth Smith. Padres strand a man and have now left 5. We have finished 4 at Petco Park.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Hey, folks, when you're ready to remodel your home, call Murray Lamper Construction. They've been improving San Diego's home since 1975. Greg Cantor is the man. Log on to murraylampert.com for more information.
Each team scored in the first. Hop with an RBI double for the Rockies and a bases-loaded walk to blanks for the Padres in the bottom half. Now into the fifth, bottom three up for Colorado, and Seth Smith will lead off against Correa. One run, 3 hits for the Padres. 1 run, only 1 Rockies hit, that being the Hop RBI double in the first. Ball 1 down low to Smith. Seth in the second, fly to left. Smith and Torrealba and the pitcher Hamill due up third. Rips it into right. There's a leadoff hit for Smith to begin the fifth. Second hit for Colorado. Hey, here's tonight's Energy Resource Center Power Player answer and question of these power hitters. Which one has the most career 4-hit games? A couple of Padres and a Rocky, Winfield, Helton, or Gwynn. And the answer is C. Tony Gwynn. Leadoff man on for the 3rd time tonight for Colorado. Torrealba grounded out to the second baseman Edgar Gonzalez in the second. First pitch strike. Check swing, and Torrealba fouls that one. Fourth year as a Rocky for Torrealba, who really was their everyday catcher when they went to the World Series in '07. Job now handled by Iannetta.
Once again, another example of a player wants the regular guy, and then all of a sudden somebody else comes along, and you know, give me the guy with the good attitude that can adjust to that and realize his role, and you're going to have a good team.
Yeah, you really think about that. There probably aren't a whole lot of instances where a starter loses its job, especially at a key position like catcher, and it stays around. You know, usually they move on to another organization. Torrealba, who began his career in the Giants organization, as of course did Correa.
I always found it interesting how, you know, the psyche of the pitcher, the psyche of the hitter. I'm sure Torrealba caught Correa many times.
Sure.
And okay, how is he going to set me up? How is he going to pitch me? You know, we've had many conversations on the bench in the clubhouse prior to me, catching him in a game. So, is he going to throw me a lot of breaking balls, fastballs?
Torrealba, a member of the Giants, 02, 03, 04, part of 05. Correa was there part of 03, 04, and 05 as well. And the battle of the former teammates, this time won by Correa, who fans Torrealba. Second strikeout for Correa.
You know, the pitch before that one was a breaking ball as well, but Torrealba thinks that this one maybe is closer to the plate, and he goes fishing for that one well off the plate.
Rockies pitcher Jason Hamill. Ball one outside. Grounded out to first in the third. There's a long look down to Rich Dower, the third base coach. Hamill, 2 sack bunts on the season. Who's been off 3 or 4 steps onto the grass at third. And he swings away this time. And a fly ball into right. He's caught by Venable. Saw Hamill stare for a long while down to Dower, and they gave him a chance to swing away there. Top of the order, and Dexter Fowler. He walked to lead off the game on a 3-2 pitch, stole second, went to third on a ground ball, and scored on a hop double. Also grounded out in the third. That's right down central for strike one.
.70 pitches for Kevin, and it's still plenty of tilt and action on his breaking ball, and also same as far as velocity on the fastball, so no worries there. He's good for about 105 tosses. As Pat Dobson, the late great pitching coach, would say, casting the spheroid plateward.
And in that instance, gets Fowler to go around. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He'd come up to me in the clubhouse before game I was starting. Hey, Mud, are you casting today?
Like you're casting a fishing line or something.
Well, the first time he did it, I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, casting the spheroid plateward. Let's see where he's going.
Out to left field and blanks towards the line. Leadoff base hit for Smith. He's stranded. Rockies have left 3. And the top of the order is coming up for San Diego.
You want some? You got to go to Valley View. Get going.
Well, what is outside of Cabrera? Is ice cream good for crustaceans? You know, you're not supposed to give chocolate to dogs.
You know, the ideas just keep coming to me.
You're an idea guy.
like
You're like Michael Keaton in Night Shift. You carry. We need to get you a cassette recorder. We can go to a pawn shop or whoever has a cassette recorder still, or maybe your mom's basement in Joliet.
Feed the tuna fish mayonnaise.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah.
Foul back.
Edible garbage.
Edible garbage was another one of his ideas. Hey, you like music? Cabrera has struck out and grounded to second. And the 2-1 from Hamill. Bunted. Atkins bare hands. Atkins was cheating in anyway. And is able to make the play to throw out Cabrera.
And as a hitter, when we take a look at Atkins, you kind of like the idea of Everett, but he was well into the grass. Even with the speed, and you can see him, he's on the grass already. And maybe if the ball was bunted a little bit more softly, who knows? I really like that kid, though. He's going to be a good one.
Very special player. Tony Gwynn. Strike on the outside corner. Everett. Rule 5 pickup.
Even I have to remind myself, and I know you do the same, Mark Neely.
Whacked to the left field. Down in front of Seth Smith. Base hit for Tony Gwynn. 1 out single. I know what you're going to say, though. You got to remind yourself that the kid, Cabrera, was playing in low A ball in the South Atlantic League last year. And here he is playing for the Asheville Tourists.
Get it. Good. You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, low A ball to the big leagues.
There's the Sally League. And I believe that's Asheville. The mountains there. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man aboard for Adrian. Fastball is high. They still have the shift on. Even with Helton holding the base runner, Gwynn at first. Adrian in the first walked and scored the San Diego run. Then in the third, lined out to left. Seth Smith making the catch up against the fence. Hamill right at 80 pitches. 48 of them strikes. And he's low, 2 balls, no strikes.
Thank you. Pretty good pitch. Count now, I mean, even more in Adrian's favor. As we take a look, 1-0 pitch. That's a strike.
Tulowitzki with a quick word for Hamill. And I assume Tulowitzki's saying, hey, if Gwynn were to run here, I'm the guy covering, but I don't think Tony would run in this situation. That would just take the bat out of Adrian's hands. Lined. Oh, just out of reach of Atkins. Throw coming into third base. It's a single for Adrian. Gwynn down to second. Well, Atkins, the third baseman, pretty much playing where the shortstop normally would. Almost able to catch that liner that was tailing away from him.
And with the way the defense was playing in the outfield, Adrian hits a lot of fly balls, a lot of home runs that way. So rather than getting underneath this baseball, this ball hits squarely just out of the reach of Atkins.
Adrian has a base hit. That's 5 San Diego hits. 2 on, 1 out. Cleanup hitter Kevin Kuzminoff up. A single in the first, and he struck out looking in the third. In that strikeout in the third, Kevin took a curveball for strike 3 on the inside half. One of 6 strikeouts for Hamill tonight. High fly left field, got under it though. Seth Smith makes the catch. Gwynn bluffing a tag. Smith makes the throw, cut off by Tulowitzki. 2 down. Right fielder Will Venable hit in the shin with a pitch in the first and was called out on strikes in the third. Ball 1 is inside. Two on, 2 outs in the San Diego fifth. Game tied at 1. All the scoring came in the first. Now Tulowitzki in behind Gwynn. Fouled out of play left side. Hill comes in with a 4-game hitting streak.
They want to get sure that they're on the same page with the signs with the runner on second base.
Hamill now ready with the 1-1. Challenge him with a fastball, 1-2. Right side. Took him a moment, but Helton got it out of the glove and gets the force out of Adrian at second to win the frame. 2 hits, 2 men left on, 2 more left on. It's now 7 stranded by San Diego, and at the end of 5, Colorado won, the Padres won. Part of the order for the Rockies in the 6th. Barmes leading off and takes a strike. 1-5-0 for the Padres. 1-2-0 for the Rockies. Padres have stranded 7. Rockies have left 3. Barmes has fly to center and bounced back to the mound. 0 for 2. Lines that through the left side, and the leadoff man is on. Well, his other 2 hits in this series have been home runs. Picks up Todd Helton and our Avalanche heating and cooling leaderboard. Your comfort is our priority. Most career hits against the Padres, led by Pete Rose, but there's Todd Helton with 227. Who's top 7 in that category.
Wow. Now, back in the day, when Pete Rose with the Reds were in the West. So they faced the Padres quite a bit. And he's with the Phillies and the Expos.
Yeah, the days when the Reds and Braves were in the NL West.
Yeah, how does that affect our children in geography back in the old days? That's why I failed geography. Where is Atlanta? It's in the West. I got it marked wrong. Well, during the National League West, teacher didn't understand.
That didn't fly, huh? Helton has grounded out and walked.
Trying to get that
500th career double.
Yes. Yeah.
499 career doubles for Helton. Has to examine the bat, and apparently it's still in one piece. Off Alfonso, and down to second scampers Clint Barmes. A Correa wild pitch, and the go-ahead runs at second with nobody out. Let's see if this changes Helton's approach a bit. Ground ball to the right side. Advance the runner, and that one way up and away. Helton did ground out to the right side in the first, rolling out to the second baseman, Edgar Gonzalez. And Helton in the 4th walked. Well, Helton walks for a second time.
Well, Todd Helton was flirting with that 500th double on a foul ball. We're going to take a look at Kevin Correa trying to two-seam it down. There's an off-speed pitch that he went down the left field line. Now, Todd Helton over the years has shown great plate discipline, good bat control, and he just was not going to bite. And you know what? When you look at that at bat, I think that is something that you can look at. One of the reasons why the Rockies have been playing so well. Todd Helton's thinking, okay, I'm not going to get much hit. I'm going to leave it to the next guy, Brad Hopp, to come up and maybe do some damage. That's the way it's been going with this team. Not just one guy has been doing it. It's been a collective, group thing.
And Brad Hopp, RBI double in the first, a walk in the 4th. 14 for 25 against the Padres this year. And bounces it right side. Adrian out at second. Relay to first with Correa covering. We get a big 3-6-1 double play. That is not only one huge out, 2 huge outs off the bat of Hopp.
And yeah, a big out because it's a big hitter who can do some serious damage. And look at Cabrera turning up the dial. That dial goes to 11.
11.
Not just 10, 11.
Eighth double play that Hop's grounded into this year.
But still, Kevin Correa cannot shut that toolbox. He's got that runner on third base and a tough hitter in Troy Tulowitzki.
So why don't you just make 10 the top and leave it at that?
Well, because this one goes to 11.
Is that the shark fin visor? Two balls, no strikes. Hopefully he's now wearing a rally hat for the visiting team. Three and 0. Tulowitzki taking a strike. Troy tonight is struck out looking in line to right. Line to Venable in right center.
Breaking ball. Yep.
And in the air to center field and deep. Gwynn retreating back to the fence and makes the grab back to the wall. Tulowitzki flies to one of the deeper parts of the ballpark to end the inning. It was 2 on, nobody out, and the Rockies do not score in the 6th. For San Diego in the 6th, leading off is the left fielder Kyle Blanks. A 1-1 game. That rides inside from Hamill, ball 1.
Okay, it's time to bust out. Huh?
Put up a crooked number.
Absolutely. Third time around for these Padres, bottom of the order. Couple of knocks last inning, but left stranded.
Kyle with the bases loaded walk in the 1st, driving in the only Padre run, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. 3-0. Blanks walked on 4 straight pitches in the first inning. Was hit by a 3-2 pitch in the 4th. Juan Rincon is up in the Colorado bullpen. It's going to drop in the seats, a full count. After falling behind 3-0, Hamill comes back and he gets his 7th strikeout, which is now a season high. Follow the road to Wintersville to Sequan every Monday and Wednesday now through August 12th and win a share of over $500,000 in cash and hot Corvettes. Eliezer Alfonso has fanned twice. Pops the first pitch up, and the shortstop Tulowitzki squeezes it, 2 outs. Hamill now at 93 pitches and facing Edgar with 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, I was looking at Hamill's pitch count over the course of the year. He's worked that pitch count up to as much as 111 pitches. That was against the Nationals in Colorado. He went 5 2/3, so a lot of pitches thrown in 5 2/3. You take a look at the breakdown, 95. So he might have another inning left. Although there is some Rockies up in that bullpen.
Levels in at a ball and a strike. Hamill has given up a couple of base hits to Edgar tonight, who has singled twice. Oh
my. You know, it's kind of tough to tell from that position whether I think Paul Navarro is trying to communicate with Edgar. Todd Hutchison also out there. No worse feeling for any athlete when you see something like that, especially a pitcher.
Jason Hamill came into this game having hit only 1 batter all season. He's hit 3 now tonight. And that fastball certainly got away, hit Edgar in the batting helmet, but we'll take a look from the center field camera.
And you know what? Hitters are taught to turn into the ball, and thank goodness. I mean, we don't know the state of what Edgar's in right now, but seeing guys getting hit in the face. But he did the right thing. I mean, as a hitter, he did the correct thing to turn back towards the catcher. And it just amazes me every time I see how how baseball players can react, hitters can react that quickly to a ball coming at you.
Well, it sounded like it got all batting helmet, but even if it got all batting helmet,
yeah.
a 95 mile per hour fastball is still
that hurts.
Going to knock you loopy for a while. Looking at the batting helmet that Edgar was wearing. Todd Hutchison coming back towards home plate.
Well, there's a guy who got hit in the face without a helmet on. That was an Albert Pujols line drive up the middle, Chris Young. So he gosh, remember Mike? Did you get wind of the Michael Barrett thing when he fouled the ball off his bat right into his face?
Right, yes.
Very bizarre.
Bring the stretcher out. So it looks like taking all precautions here. They want to,
I mean,
put Edgar on that.
We've seen things before in sports where, you know, even though he's sitting up, he's coherent, he can talk. I mean, you can see how they're really trying to keep him still. But still, a lot of tests, I'm sure, go through because that's, you get, like you said, you get hit in the head with a 90+ mile an hour fastball.
Walk him to the cart. Won't actually put him on the stretcher, but just actually to the cart to help him off the field. Holding Edgar from behind to stabilize that neck area, it appeared. We had a game in Colorado earlier this year. Brad Hopp, who was running at second base, got hit in the back of the neck by a Nick Hundley throw. Well, back to the bag.
Boy, looking at Edgar when he was getting taken off of the cart there, did you see his eyes were straight ahead? He didn't even
veer off at all.
Yeah. Well, we hope nothing but the best for Edgar.
Luis Rodriguez is going to run for Edgar at first, and then surely stay in the game and take over at second base. Pitcher spot coming up here for the Padres, and they'll pinch hit with Drew Macias. Well, certainly when we get further word, if we do indeed get that on Edgar, we will quickly pass it along to you. Macias called back up to the big leagues yesterday. Correa's night finished after 6 innings.
And, you know, Hamill was visibly shaken after that. I mean, there was some concern there. He was walking towards the back of the mound, took his hat off, scratching his head, and you know, it might affect some guys.
And a quick visit there by Torrealba, which may have just been, hey, you got a pitching in here.
Sure.
Got to focus. Get back to it. One and two.
I remember one of the scariest moments I remember seeing. Remember Dickie Thon? Remember Mike Torres hit him in the eye?
Oh, yeah. It was.
Dickie was looking
the
off
80s,
speed, got a fastball up and in. Dickie Thon was never the same. And once again, it goes back. Thank goodness Edgar turned the way he did.
He took that off the back of the batting helmet. 1-2 to Macias. He tops it foul, and it remains 2-2. Having to use Rodriguez for Edgar, and now Macias for Correa leaves Lobaton and Headley on the San Diego bench. That's high, and it goes to a full count.
Well, remember I mentioned about the pitch count for Hamill?
Over 100 now.
Yeah, to about 111 has been his highest. Well, you know what? He might be the 106th pitch, might be the 107th pitch, whatever that makes a difference in this ball game.
And he walks Macias.
That's probably his last hitter.
And that does indeed bring Jim Tracy out of the dugout. Pitcher spot is due up 4th in the Colorado 7th, but they will lift Hamill and go to the bullpen. Hey, you can stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. Hamill finish, and Juan Rincon will be the new pitcher. County. New pitcher Juan Rincon.
Well, a little bit of a jam here with 2 outs. The Padres 1 hit away from taking the lead here in this 1-1 tie. And we talked about the first game of the series. These Rockies ranked 14th in the National League in ERA, almost 5 runs. Rincon, basically a fastball slider pitcher, 91 to 94, pretty straight fastball. And a hard slider, high 80s. There's that slider. Occasionally throws a changeup, but very rare. And he can be a little wild out there also. Control can be a concern.
Two and 0. Everett 0 for 3 tonight. Tried to bunt his way on last time. Atkins threw him out. Three and 0. A 4-pitch walk loads the bases.
What did I say about his control?
It can be a bit erratic.
Yeah. Okay, this is where you got to bust out. How many times have the Padres in this series had the bases loaded?
Seemingly a bunch.
On Thursday, they did it 2 times.
And left them loaded each time. First and third innings.
Last night, they left 2 runners on in the 3rd inning. He scored 1 run.
Well, all this with 2 outs. The hit by pitch, then the walks.
And in the 1st inning, they left him loaded. But they did score a point that inning.
And the bases loaded, walk to blanks. Tony 1 for 3. Single to left his last time up. Five straight out of the zone from Juan Rincon. We got the borderline strike, 1-1. Back to the mound, Rincon. And the Padres leave him loaded. No hits in the inning. San Diego's now stranded 10. www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker's Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. Several changes for the Padres as we go to the 7th inning. And first off is the new hurler, Greg Burke.
Greg Burke last pitched last night against these Colorado Rockies. He went in 1 inning, so back-to-back outings for him. Nice outing, 19-pitch effort. He struck out 1 Rocky. Pretty good numbers overall for Greg.
It looks like Burke is going to go into the 3 spot, vacated by Adrian Gonzalez. Macias stays in the game, goes into left field. Luis Rodriguez stays in the game to play second base, and Blanks moves from left field to first base. So Adrian has left the game. Adrian just a bit earlier left the dugout. Ball 1 is low to Garrett Atkins. Towards third, fair behind the bag, and Kuz throws across. Six innings for Correa, 1 run, 3 hits. He did walk 4, struck out 2. This will be the first no decision for Correa in quite a while. He had 10 consecutive starts, all with a decision coming into tonight. Seth Smith 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th. First pitch misses high. Well, it's the 7th inning. Seth Smith is now 8 for his last 8 when batting in the 7th inning or later in a game. And hitting .426 in the 7th inning or later on the season. Breaking ball from Burke is a strike. One and two. Seth Smith's .426 average from the 7th inning on is the highest in the major leagues. Matt Kemp of the Dodgers, second in that category at .405. And Burke able to get him. That ends Smith's string of 8 for his last 8 in the 7th inning or later.
Good pitch. Greg Burke with the sinker, slider, and a split finger. That ball looks like it's got split finger action.
Torrealba goes around, strike 1. Torrealba has grounded to second and struck out. We're in the 7th. All the scoring came in the 1st. Rockies got an RBI double from Brad Hopp. Padres a bases loaded walk to Kyle Blanks. Up to the bullpens tonight. Strike call 1 and 2.
There's a perfect opportunity for Greg Burke to pick up a victory. As we mentioned, he is hitting in the number 3 spot, which leads off next inning. You hold him here, you score a point or two. Give credit for the victory.
Time granted late. Burke threw an inning last night. Did not allow a run or a hit. Walked one, struck out one.
That had a little fuzz on it.
It did. Popped the glove of Alfonso, but off the plate 2 and 2.
Did you notice that swing, what I noticed on that swing? If that sounds correct. There are some hitters out there, and it reminds me of Benito Santiago. He swung the bat as quickly as you threw the pitch. That last breaking ball, it was a slurry. It's almost like Torrealba felt his way through the swing rather than staying back and attacking it. Does that make sense? Benito was notorious for that. You throw him an off-speed breaking ball, and he would just like sweep at it. You threw him a fastball, he's right on it.
So his bat would match the pitch.
Yes. Yep. If he was fooled, you know.
He could slow it down to match the off-speed pitch.
No. It wasn't a on purpose thing. It was just a, okay, I'm guessing fastball, and all of a sudden it's off-speed pitch, and the swing would be slower. I don't think it was a, what's the word I'm looking for?
By design?
Yeah, exactly. It was not by design.
Grounded out to short, and Cabrera. Good inning for Burke, who sets down the Rockies in order. And it's time to stretch at Petco, tied at 1. Okay. $28,652, the paid crowd on this Saturday night at Petco Park. The pitcher for the Rockies is Joel Peralta.
We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel here. Now it's in the hands of the bullpen. Not bad numbers for Alta. I always look at hits to innings pitched. Look at, you look at the walks. Does he walk a lot of hitters? Peralta throws a fastball, curve, and a split, and we have a new left fielder.
Yeah, Spielborg's in as part of the double switch, so Spielborg's in the 9 spot. And the pitcher, Peralta's in the 7 hole. The pitcher spot comes up here for San Diego, which was originally occupied by Adrian, then Greg Burke, and now it's Chase Headley who pinch hits here to begin the 7th. Fastball, strike 1. So Headley pinch hitting. This is his first pinch hit of the season from the left side of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Headley, then Kuzmanov and Venable in the San Diego 7th. Now with Headley being used here, that leaves only Jose Lobaton available on the San Diego bench.
And in a tie game, still plenty of baseball left.
Could be a lot of baseball left.
Comes into play.
The Padres, who have been frequent visitors to bonus baseball this year. In fact, they've played 10 extra inning games and are 6-4. The Rockies have only played 4 extra inning games this year, and they've actually lost all 4 of them. Certainly still chance to win this one in regulation. Headley pinch hitting. Fell behind. Now it's a 3-2 count. Right off the mask of Torrealba. Plate umpire Greg Gibson will give Torrealba a little extra time. Get that mask situated, maybe shake the cobwebs out. He took a pretty good blow there. Peralta's 3-2 to the pinch hitter, Chase Headley.
Fastball away.
High fly, right field. Hop, going back to the fence. It gets out. Pinch hit, home run. Chase Headley. And it's 2-1 San Diego. Ninth of the year for Headley.
Well, you talk about digging yourself out of a hole, working the count to a fastball count, picture perfect swing, Chase Headley gets all over the fastball, and the 1-1 ties broke. He was 0-2.
Gets it a couple of rows back over the out-of-town scoreboard and right. Gives the Padres their first lead in this series since they led 1-0 after 1 inning here on Thursday night. Kuz slugs one towards the alley in right center field, and that will bounce all the way to the Cox side. Grabbed by Hop, Kuz a turn, he'll stop at second. That's a double. th two-base hit for Kuz.
Remember, Kuz got a fastball on the middle part of the plate down early in the ballgame. He takes it right at the center of the diamond. That ball away, and he'll send it all the way to Cox Alley. He was thinking 3, but you know what? Nobody out. I'll take my my double.
Don't want to make that first out at third base. Venable 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch in the first. Padres have reclaimed the lead, have claimed the lead. Thanks to the pinch hit home run from Headley. 5th pinch hit home run of the year for the Padres. The first pinch hit home run of Chase Headley's career. At the knees and a strike.
You know, there are home runs and then there are big home runs. And to me, that's a big home run. Tie game late.
Especially for a team that's
absolutely
dropped 9 of their last 10.
Team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs.
Straightaway center field.
Tag.
Fowler makes the catch, and Kuz will stay at second. He was off the bag when the catch was made.
I think you got a tag on that. Because here's why. Here's why. As soon as that ball's hit, you pick up the outfielder, you see numbers. Back to the bag, tag, got to go to third. Right there, you're back to second base. Ball's hit, look at the outfielder, numbers.
Kyle Blanks. Hit by pitch in the 4th. Walked to the bases loaded in the 1st. Only official at bat came in the 6th when he fanned.
I'm still waiting for the big boy to lay into one. That kid hit a solid shot out to right from the left side. How about one from the right side?
389 feet on the home run for Headley.
Headley dropping some serious head on that one.
Blanks rips it, but fouled on the left field side. That was a missile.
That ball was laced. Down and in. Oh, some serious topspin on that one. Look out down there. That's the way Joe Carter used to hit him. Foul. You talk about a guy turning on an inside fastball, you couldn't sneak it by him.
Got a piece of that. Holding it 2-2.
That's a sweet beanie he's got. Why does he amuse me?
Because he's good at what he does. I'm glad
He's
to have
having
him at
fun
the
at the old
ballpark.
ball yard.
Yeah. Check, appeal. No, says first base umpire Ted Barrett.
I'm wondering if Kyle Blanks went on the swing as we take a lead. This is an off-speed pitch.
Ooh. You bet he went.
Absolutely.
All right, he caught a break, make it hurt. 3-2.
Hey, what happened the last time a Padre hitter had a 3-2 count? Headley went deep, right?
To begin this inning. Strikeout for out number 2. I don't think Kyle got the fastball he was looking for there. Like a split finger fastball as a changeup.
Absolutely. You can see the downward plane, downward tilt.
Joel Peralta, who started his pro career as an outfielder, converted to pitching. With 2 outs, Alfonso. A high strike in the inside corner. Fonzie with the little glare back of Greg Gibson. A pickup by Torey Alba. Leadoff pinch hit, home run from Headley. Coos followed with a double. He's at second with 2 outs. Out into right center. Here comes Coos. Fowler won't make a throw to the plate. 2-out RBI hit for Alfonso, and it's 3-1 Padres. Fonzie's been waiting for that one, and he got it with 2 away here in the 7th inning tonight.
Hey, nobody said it had to be a line shot, right? Nobody said it had to be a home run. The Padres get another run here in the 7th. A little duck snort off the end of the bat. And a little 2-out rally here.
Luis takes outside. One ball, 1 strike. First plate appearance of the night for Luis. Three-1 Padres, bottom of the 7th.
It's got a nice ring to it. Say that again.
3-1 Padres, bottom of the 7th. Like to carry that score into the bottom of the 9th and have no bottom of the 9th. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. Matt Latos will make his Major League debut tomorrow afternoon here. 105 game. We're on there at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And he gets to square off against Jason Marquis, who's trying to become the first 12-game winner in the big leagues. And Matt looking for his first ever big league win.
Talked to Darren Balsley about Matt Latos, and they really like this kid. Mid-90s, right-hander.
Strike call.
And Todd Helton will now back up at first base. The runner will be going on the pitch.
Three-time Gold Glover.
See Todd trying to stretch that back over there at first base.
You know, a lower back injury,
Oh.
it never truly is 100% healed.
You're always treating it.
The 3-2 to Luis. And the high fly ball is to short right field. Brad Hopp. But San Diego gets 2. Chase Headley leading it off with his first career pinch hit home run. And after 7, 3-1 San Diego.
We take on the Rockies at 105 and get your own Padres Hot Wheel.
All kids 14 and younger receive a free Padres Hot Wheel presented by Nestle Drumstick. You can visit Padres.com for tickets. The 69 GTO. Well, those are the other ones and other type Hot Wheels. Gregerson, the new hurler.
Well, now it's the job of the bullpen to hold them these last couple innings. Nice 2 runs that the Padres dropped in the bottom of the 7th. You promoted the Hot Wheels, huh?
Yeah, we were visiting about the Hot Wheels and the 69 Pontiac GTO Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Well, remember the other night?
Spielborg's batting and takes outside ball 1. He came in as part of the double switch.
Remember the other night when we were talking about this and how I said, like in 1969, they called it the Judge?
The Judge, correct.
Well,
to first, and Kyle Blanks, big man, touching the bag, 1 out.
Got an email from a fan. First of all, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate the
This is when you know, TV announcers were talking about the 1969 Pontiac GTO. One announcer made the statement. That was me. that the GTO became known as the Judge at 69. It did not. I mean, in 4 exclamation points after it. That was just a late year model that came out, bright orange, raised airfoil on the trunk. No self-respecting GTO owner would even look at them, let alone own one. So I did a little research. And 1969 was the launch of a new model called the Judge. I'm reading off the internet here. Judge came from a comedy routine. Remember Ronan Martin Laugh-In?
Laugh-In, yeah.
Here comes
show.
the Judge.
Here comes the Judge.
And advertisements used slogans like "All rise for the Judge" and "The Judge can be bought." And when you look at the car that's being given away, and it said about the airfoil, how the
has a raised airfoil.
Yeah,
the Judge.
Well, this car that's being given away has a raised airfoil.
It has a raised airfoil.
And it said also that the GTO one that they called the Judge had a Ram Air 3 engine. Well, when you look on this giveaway, on the engine, on the trunk or the hood, it says, what's that say there?
I don't know if my eyes are that good.
Ram Air.
Ram Air, it does.
So Mike, if you want to come to the ballpark and you get the Judge.
Yeah, Mike, come to the ball yard.
Yeah. Appreciate the email. Thanks for watching.
Foul pass third off the bat of foul.
And speaking of the Judge, I'm throwing this case out of court.
The jury has heard it.
Yeah, case closed.
Fowler 0 for 2. He has walked, stolen a base, and scored the Rockies run in the first. Did he go? He did, said the plate umpire, Greg Gibson.
That's what you like to see the bullpen come and do after 2 runs in the 7th inning, getting that first out.
Time for our comparison, brought to you by Marvin K. Brown, San Diego's newest Mitsubishi dealer. And most innings pitched in a season by Kevin Correa. He's at it right now. Went 6 tonight, so he's at 110 innings pitched on the season. And equals the number from a year ago.
Oh, he's collecting visor. Oh, 1, 2, they fell off.
Armas pulls it foul. Armas singled his last time up. There's the visor over his hat. Got the rally visor going. Hopefully for the bottom of the inning. 0-2 pitch to Barmas. Gregerson pitched an inning here last night and struck out the side. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes.
Worked underneath that pitch just a little bit.
And when you say underneath the pitch, you're saying hand under the ball.
There's a fine line, and that's what you know about hitting, pitching. Nice.
Got Barmas looking. 2 strikeouts for Gregerson for the 2nd straight night. He has a 3. Fog is a new pitcher, and appropriately, there's kind of a fog over the field right now.
Yeah, cue the fog as the right-hander comes in. Very, very weird. Fastball, cutter, change curve. Josh Fogg is one of those guys who can be a swing man. You can start him, long relief, and look at the numbers in the 19 and a third innings for the right-hander. Veteran guy out of the bullpen for Jim Tracy.
There's the fog that's. We're getting a report of some fireworks over by the bay. That may be the
Okay, that makes
cause
sense.
of the fog. The smoke. Good view from up top. By the way, we get word that Edgar Gonzalez taken to Scripps Memorial Hospital for observation. No word from an examination there as of yet. Two balls and a strike on Macias, who was used as a pinch hitter in the sixth and stayed in the game in left field. Full count. Fourth stint in the big leagues this year alone for Drew Macias. We called yesterday.
Always seems to be that one guy, huh? That's on that shuttle back and forth.
Takes one down low and strikes out. One gone in the eighth. Big appetite, small budget. Satisfy both with Saquon Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet, now for only $10. Fogg getting the leadoff man and shortstop Everett Cabrera. Long run for the third baseman Atkins, who was cheating in, and it lands in the first row. Tulowitzki also getting over there, along with the left fielder Spilborghs.
Looked like Tulowitzki maybe banged his knee a little bit.
Yeah, he's
or maybe
feeling that one, I think.
He's laughing it off now as he's going back to his position, but he kind of held his ground as he was bent over that rail. Atkins, here comes Tulowitzki, and oh yeah, he got his foot caught, it looked like. He's gonna, you see him fish eyeing over near the dugout?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm okay.
And he's shaking that left foot. One and two.
You know, the Padres have a chance, and this phrase has a nice ring to it, to play 8.5 tonight. Right?
That would be some kind of nice.
Yeah.
Keep score along with us. Rolled out towards Tulowitzki. You know, he made that one-legged throw again, but he did a little
He's still
more
limping a little
unusual
bit.
hop there, yeah, at the end of it.
Yeah.
Watch him at the end here.
But then as he after he made this play, he when he was walking back to his position, he was limping a little bit.
Quinn has singled in 4 at-bats. You know, you were talking earlier about Tony Sr. mentioning the 3 strikeouts from last night for Junior. You know how many times Sr. fanned 3 or more times in a game in his career?
In his career? How many times he fanned 3 or more times in his career in one game?
In one game.
I'm going to guess it's going to be less. My goodness. less than 5 times.
You would be correct there because it was 1 time. And it was in an 11-inning game against the Dodgers. Bob Welch
Wow.
fanned him all 3 times. April 14th of '86.
That's unbelievable.
That
I mean,
is.
believable because it's Tony Gwynn, obviously. The bat master. Wow. That's a cool stat.
Just 1 time in his entire career.
And you know what? I was going to say, I was going to be ridiculous, say 1 time. But I thought, okay, I'll play it safe. Maybe it happened a handful, if that. That's why I went higher a little bit.
Bad game, bad calls
Yeah,
from
that's
umpire
true.
1 time in your career.
Good call. Yeah.
Fluky, something? Huh? No, that's incredible.
You know, Tony had the reputation, though, as he got playing more and more and more, winning the 8 batting titles and so forth. But when he got 2 strikes on it, and if he took it, it must have been a ball. Right?
There's the pitcher speaking again.
Because he was that good.
He was indeed. Save opportunity for
with a bang with Friday fireworks. Enjoy. Hey fans, start your weekend off with a bang with Friday fireworks. Enjoy a spectacular fireworks show following every Friday home game.
And the next one Friday, July 31st, day after the game, for a Friday fireworks presented by Padres Banking at Bank of America. 2-run lead, 9th inning. Going for his NL league leading 24th save tonight, Heath Bell.
And a nice opportunity to get that first win after the All-Star break after losing 2 to these Rockies. Heath Bell, great numbers. He should be refreshed. And a guy who definitely had a good time at the All-Star game. Made the most of it.
But has to get through Helton, Hop, and Tulowitzki, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the night. First pitch breaking ball up high, ball 1. Couple of walks. 0 for 1, a ground out in the first for Helton. The 94-mile-per-hour fastball is a strike. Each team scored a run in the first. The Padres 2 in the 7th. Headley a pinch hit solo home run. Cruz would double and score on an Alfonso single. Out of play left side. Indeed, Heath last appearance was in the All-Star game. His last Padres appearance against the Giants on Sunday. 1 inning, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts in the 10-4 Padres win in a non-save situation. Two to Helton. And it's a full count. Big pitch coming. If Helton reaches, you've got Hop coming up as the tying run at the plate. And Hop has been bad news for the Padres this year.
You know, there are saves and then there are saves, right? You talk about this Colorado Rocky team. They're playing well, but the hitters that Heath Bell has to face here, this is a
legit one here.
Yeah.
Even though it is a 2-run lead.
And don't get me wrong, you know, there's no such thing as an easy save. It's tough enough as is already to get outs at this level.
But there are different magnitudes.
Sure there are. Yeah.
Another 3-2. (3-8-0) for the Padres, 1-3-0 for the Rockies. San Diego is stranded 11 tonight. Rockies have left 4.
See, that's the thing that's, I'm not going to say upsetting or disturbing, but you know, because the Padres have a 3-1 lead, but man, that many opportunities again to really take a lead and get some breathing room. Yeah.
The Padres have left runners on in every inning except the 3rd and the 8th. The 2 frames have gone in order. He's still going.
Oh, he's got his game face on.
Helton has already seen 9 pitches. And a 10th one coming up. Pulled down the right field side, foul.
Well, he's thrown his whole bag of tricks up there. Breaking ball that Helton out in front of him. He pulls it foul. The fastball, he can't catch up to it. Lacing it down the left field line. See, that's the thing about Helton. Good bat control. Good command of the strike zone. He's a tough out.
And he lines it to right for a base hit. An 11 pitch at bat. But he did make Helton earn his way on there. He singles to lead off the 9th, and it brings up Hop as the tying run at the plate.
Breaking ball speeds up his bat. What was Todd Helton having difficulty doing with the fastball? Catching up, right? You know, Todd Helton doesn't have the pop that he once had. Maybe a fastball away to give him left field. Maybe a pop up to left field if you go that way with a fastball.
First pitch breaking ball strike to Hop. Career against Heath 3 for 8.
Here's my argument. I think Todd Helton has a greater chance of hitting a home run on a breaking ball for a strike than taking a Heath Bell fastball away to left field out of the yard.
Double play ball.
Turn it. Ham and eggs.
6, 4, 3. Second one turned by the Padres tonight. Second one Hop has hit into tonight.
That's what you like to see. Once he got a fastball, he jams Hop. A one hopper gives him plenty of time, no pun intended, and they get Hop by about 3 steps.
Nice. Breaking ball, strike 1 to Tulowitzki. Hitless hit his career against Bell. Rockies down to their final strike. Chase Headley's first career pinch hit home run in the 7th. Right down the difference. Eddie Black's team trying to win here at Petco for the first time since Independence Day. That's hot, and it's 1-2. Finale of this Rockies series tomorrow afternoon, and Matt Latos will make his big league debut. Tulo chases one up and out of the zone, and Bell saves it. Padres win it.